Какво става, хора? Добре дошли отново в Hogwarts Legacy. Продължаваме от там, докъдето бяхме стигнали. Да видим какво ни очаква напред в историята.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Така. Я да видим. Къде трябва да отида? Добре. Дайте първо да отидем до тук, а? Отиваме в някаква градинка. Ривелио. Какво ми ривелва тук? Изи. Много шано. Котвой?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Та е много весела, бе. И аз тук идвам бата като то от петък 13 с маската.
Please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Сега ще варим тия крещящите
Now,
цветя.
everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Ужас.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil.
Представяш ли си? Това как крещи батко направо прозорците чупи.
Envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry
Fair
about
enough.
that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
Revelio.
Before we get started, I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Много трудно, няма що.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Нещо ще плантваме.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital
Какво е това?
ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better
Так,
suited
колко е
to
развълнувана.
uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but you'll lead.
О, Грифиндорец ли?
Revelio.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me.
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. Brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab it. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the
Чакай
cabbages at it.
да обера всичко.
They'll do the
Бе.
rest.
Нещо друго. Какво трябва да направя сега? Хотел Тап. Ага.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious
Funny
little
bit.
bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such.
Този е доста
You
неприятен.
can't be above
Вижте
throwing a
го какъв е
cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Дай да удара още нещо тук. Я гледай какъв голям катедар.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Давай.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Easy. Дай нещо да събера тук, не мога.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well.
Ай, ще ходим да си видим места.
Kindness and concern are
500 метра.
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful.
Я чакай. Дай някакъв телепорт. Дали не е красиво? Бас си меката.
Levioso, Accio, Incendio, Levioso, Incendio. Revelio. Levioso.
Карай!
Accio, Incendio.
Ужас.
Revelio.
Кой има тук? Наградки. Тук какво има долу? Из тия работи, бе? Някакви гъбки.
Revelio. Levioso.
А това каква е схемата?
Incendio. Accio.
Ooh.
This looks intriguing.
Revelio.
Е, това ли беше? Бъдете докато.
Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
Тук трябва нещо да влезе в тази дупка, ама какво? Коки!
Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
Ама аз кога ще я взема тази метла? Искам да почна да лета. Тук нещо уходи. Гъбки. А там имаше някакъв лош. Я да го видим. Какво е това, бе?
Levioso. Accio.
Ого, пава го пръснах. То там кафе.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Искаш да се гмуркам ли, бе?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
Какво сега иска да се дайваме? In the Black Sea. Няма да стане. Сега имам друга работа в момента. Тук трябва да видя африканската, какво прави?
It is good to see you, my...
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili-land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Правилно.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Ще се виждаме.
Be on your guard.
Какво има тук сам?
Revelio.
Съндъчета. Които не мога да отворя.
What's going on here?
I never thought Ranrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now.
То защо е толкова страшен?
Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals,
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Какво има тук?
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
What do you have for sale?
Няма да ви.
What can I help you with today? Ah, yes, a wonderful choice. I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you. I hope to see you again sometime.
Revelio.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
But Mummy...
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly not to stray far from home. Especially when I'm inside with your little sister.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
You can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Ой, далеко.
Oh, watch the light go out of your eyes.
A collection section of the car has been updated.
Perhaps a nice...
I'm not going anywhere.
Leviosa!
Stop that!
Come on, you're afraid to fight back.
Това го точно.
Tell Rookwood to find me in cell. Leviosa! Accio! Incendio!
Много съм добър.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. And so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment.
А той това Виктор е нещо като Волдемор.
Things were getting dangerous.
Нещо такова се явява на зъл.
Before they return.
Има си армия, всичко си има.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Okay.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin, I had just arrived. You see,
the Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our... I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Добре.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious
Leviosa!
about
Accio!
plants.
Incendio! Accio!
Какво трябва да правя?
Revelio! Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
The flames make the pyre sink.
Is that it?
There, how beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Да си шашалата бабичка. Какво? Къде трябва да отида?
Couldn't there be orders or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogwarts?
Revelio.
Пак си правим някакви отвари тук. А това защо спи по земята?
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Няма ли да покажеш, бе? Баюй.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Много яко. Бъркаме отвари една котлон.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Mm-hmm. He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you.
Gareth Weasley.
Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Endurance potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Какво ще готви то?
Your potion should not be there.
Добре, едното го взехме. И второто взехме. Easy.
Your potion station's organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurance potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot
Така, какво ще правим сега?
and be thorough.
Endurance potion. Добре. Пет, 4, 3, 2, 1. Мога ли да разбъркам още нещо? Май не.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening?
Fine job.
Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it! Again.
Какво направи това?
Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
Professor Sharp must have learned it.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Endurance potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Never.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you.
But indeed.
Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Greetings, young Slytherin. Scrope knows about the old book you found for Professor Fig. Scrope can help you. And you can help Scrope get to the courtyard past the pendulum.
That's the last time.
If you don't know it, you'll see it easy enough. And don't tell anyone what you're up to.
Ето пак бъгват тия върти.
Especially Professor Black.
Revelio.
И долу има някаква
I
мисия.
wonder if you might be able to help me with a small, project.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did.
Хари
Hello,
Потър.
I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
That's nice to hear. I have had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You
Але ние
see,
взехме
we were
толкова
learning to repel
квестове,
boggarts in Professor Hecat's class,
че ще ни
and,
отнеме 15
well,
епизода сигурно да ги
mine unfortunately
завършим.
took the shape of a puffskein.
Well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
Exactly. I wish more of our fellow students agreed with you. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make...
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept danger. It's supposedly so I was hoping you say a bit of a...
Very well. If I'm in the...
Grab.
Hidden herbology corridor.
По-скоро отивам
Sounds
на там.
intriguing.
Всъщност аз не знам къде трябва да отида, но...
Ah, a rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track.
Багавите врати, човек.
Revelio.
Котуй?
Levioso. Incendio. Revelio. Accio. Levioso.
Scope knows about the book you found. It is missing something.
Scrope? Who is Scrope? Revelio.
Мега тякия мост, човек. Мале, гледай колко е хубаво. Страшно. Какво трябва да го правят, а?
Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Incendio.
Search for the next note.
Accio.
Аха, сетих се.
Levioso. Accio.
Almost there, head the pumpkins just down the stone.
Pumpkins?
Oh,
Ah, I think I know just the place.
Ние бяхме тук отдеве.
Revelio.
Search the pumpkin patch.
Down to the water's edge. This had better not be a trick.
Да, се прибием тук, ще чупим крагове. Dobby.
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Happy to help, especially if you can shed light on the book.
Scrope is grateful. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook Belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal. Good luck. Scrope will wait right here for you. Best of luck finding your pages. And the ring.
Добре. Къде отиваме сега? Някаква пещеричка май. Какво си ти, бе? Я си лягай. как ми скаракал. Ма те са много, бе. Майко.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Аз им бия демидж, бе.
Potato. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Potato. Accio. Stupid one. Stupid one. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Добре, едното умря.
Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Potato. Levioso. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
Бати жабите.
Revelio.
Why would I need a piece of toast? I suppose that's where it goes.
Той октопод не ми хареса.
Revelio.
Could it be? A visitor?
What the fuck?
Oh! Ah. Ooh. Ah. The name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail.
Той има някак продал тук всичко и са го убили и станал призрак.
She simply rolled her eyes. What would I...
I'd like to have those pages if you don't mind.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And You see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why?
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get the...
I'm sure the pages are still tough. If you don't mind the sight...
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Добре, отиваме пак при оня. Bada boy, bе. Много е красиво. Вижте водата, планините, всичко направо. Нямам думи.
Thanks to you, I was able to enter Apollonia's grotto. The toast was the key. I met a ghost there, Richard Jackdaw, who's agreed to lead me to the pages I've been looking for.
That boy was never good enough for Apollonia. Oh, what of the Black family ring?
I'm sorry to say that Jackdaw sold it long ago.
Sad news indeed. Scrope shall need to think of another way to impress the headmaster. Well, Scrope takes some consolation in knowing that the young Slytherin found what they needed.
I did. Thank you again, Scrope. You're a credit to House Elves.
Как изчезна това? Хора, мисля това да е края на този епизод. Не беше кой знае колко динамичен. Като през повечето време говорихме с някакви хора, но... Какво да правим? В смисъл има супер много квестове за изпълняване, така че се надявам следващите епизоди да са по-интересни. Въпреки това на мен е доста интересно и вълнуващо цялото нещо с Хогвартс и всичките тези истории. Така че надявам се да ви харесва и ако е така, не забравяйте да ударите по един лайк, да се абонирате за канала, ако решите, защото по този начин подкрепяте мен и канала. И така, до следващия път.